Yo, holy smokes! Welcome back to another one, and today we have Miraidon and Groudon. So this is a duo that we probably have always wanted to try, and people think that it can work in a format. I've seen some people try like Discharge Miraidon plus Groudon, and while that does work, I do think that it kind of limits the rest of your team because they have to be like immune or have like protects and stuff to be able to sit next to Miraidons, or it can only discharge next to Groudon, right? Or you're running the assault vest. But I wanted to try something a little different. I wanted to go with the Choice Scarf Miraidon because the Snarl pairs really good with the Volcarona. So we went with Electric Tera, Electro Drift with Choice Scarf. This just allows us to like pick up one-hit KOs on a lot of different mons in the format, especially next to Farigiraf Helping Hand support, right? Think of things like Non-Sash, Calyrex Shadow, right? You're able to you can either Snarl it or you can just remove it with Electro Drift, which is really strong. And your opponents don't have a lot of switch-ins for it. And then next to the Farigiraf, if they lead like Tailwind, it's hard for them to set up a Tailwind and not respect the Farigiraf going for Trick Room in the face of Tailwind. And also it's hard for them to set up the Tailwind and outspeed the Miraidon because they don't know that you're Scarf initially, right? And you're able to just deal massive amounts of damage before they move. And usually can do that because they don't want to set up the Tailwind. So that's why these two pair really well. It's a different way in trying to use Farigiraf and Miraidon. It allows you to get the jump on like Zacian and Calyrex Shadow, which normally outspeed Miraidon, right? And the Groudon pairs really well with it. It helps you into opposing Miraidon teams. Groudon just feels really good in this format. It's a lot of rain teams right now, so it helps make their gameplay pretty annoying because they can't get up their rain easily. And Groudon's able to turn that off and just offer like really good consistent damage. So Groudon next to the Chien-Pao Blaze just does so much damage, and you can't be intimidated by the Incineroar, which is really good. There's a lot of cases to where people switch in Incineroar on the Groudon to try to reduce his damage, and it just gets one-hit KO by the Precipice Blaze, right? And it just feels really good on it. Groudon feels like it definitely needs Chien-Pao to give it that extra like tick of damage boost with the Sword of Ruin to allow Groudon to just do a little bit more damage. You're running double attack ground moves because there is Helping Hand, but we have Helping Hand on Farigiraf, right? And there's things like rock type moves, but I did feel like having a high horsepower to get around Wide Guard and a move that can't miss just felt really solid into a lot of different teams. So that's the kind of idea why we have double ground on it. And it feels really fun. The Farigiraf is going to be Water Terror, Electric Seed. That's to help you against the Calyrex Ice matchup so that you can be super bulky and it's hard for Calyrex Ice to remove you. And you can just foul play it down and reverse Trick Room or start out the Trick Room. So Calyrex Ice is not really safe into this team because of this Farigiraf. Next is Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao is, I feel like, is the MVP of this team. It just activates so many different things. It activates Miraidon's electric type damage to things that want to tear into ground or grass to get away from that. Then they just get pressured by the Chien-Pao, right? And it also activates Groudon's damage output, which makes it do more damage. Same thing with the Incineroar. The Incineroar actually has a little bit of attack investment, 100 EVs, so that you're able to deal consistent damage with Incineroar next to Chien-Pao or even with Incineroar next to Groudon. With the Sun Up, the Flare Blitz is going to be threatening like a lot of damage. So it's really cool the way those three kind of combo together. And Chien-Pao really does cover for a lot of the Tera types that people use to stop Miraidon. You think of like Dragon Tera, that's also another Tera that can stop electric type coverage. Chien-Pao just hits it with Icicle Crash and pressures them. And Stellar Tera just allows you to get more damage out of that. And since we're not running a fighting type on this team, I chose to go with Sacred Sword, which is also really good into like the Dondozo teams and also the Smeargle Muck teams. I ran into a Smeargle Muck team while practicing with this team, and we just kind of won the game easily with Sacred Sword plus Heat Crash on Groudon. And they even got all their evasion up, and they just couldn't dodge those two moves because Sacred Sword ignores the evasion boost, and Heat Crash also ignores the evasion boost and does more damage the smaller your opponent is, right? So, or the lighter they is, and when they minimize, it makes them super light, so it just does a lot of damage. But it's a really fun team. A Volcarona pretty standard Dragon Tera with leftovers Quiver Dance. One thing to note, instead of like Heat Wave plus Bug Buzz or Giga Drain, we have Struggle Bug. This allows you to really punish like those setup Calm Mind teams like Terapagos and Lunala or even Kyogre, and they just can't get around the Volcarona. They can't get going, and you're able to just pressure them with Struggle Bugs, and they can't remove you, and then you just clean up the game with like Chien-Pao, Miraidon, and Groudon. So it's a really fun team. If you guys like it, there is a rental code at the top right as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know what you think about Choice Scarf Miraidon plus Groudon. Do you think that is a pretty good duo? And let me know what you guys think with a comment below. But that's going to be it for a team breakdown, and let's get into these battles. All right, so we got our first match, and we're up against Miraidon Cali Ice. What we just featured on the channel, that duo, not this team though. Groudon is really good into these teams, especially with Clear Amulet next to Chien-Pao. It just does so much damage. Kind of want to lead Groudon. I think Groudon comes in the back, because if you leave Miraidon, you could just Draco it, right? And that's not good to start. I like Miraidon, Farigiraf, Groudon, and Chien-Pao here. Or should it be Incineroar over Farigiraf? Because Farigiraf is not doing... Well, Farigiraf does prevent Trick Room. Is it Incineroar? I think I like Incineroar Groudon in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna lead Chien-Pao. Because Chien-Pao is pressuring Incineroar, like, has to come in. Fairy Tera Dazzle looks good for my opponent here, right? But I can Electro Drift, Electro Tera, Electro Drift, and Crash. And if he's not Focus Sash, we get a double KO. That'll be nice. He does get Tailwind up for 3 turns, but we still have Sash, Chien-Pao left, and Miraidon. And I can switch into Incineroar on the Miraidon slot, protect Chien-Pao, fake out attack, and come in with Groudon, protect Groudon, parting shot with Incineroar, and that's your start out Tailwind, right? So that's kind of the idea I'm thinking. Alright, there's Tailwind. Oh, he didn't Tera, what? That was a good play. I expected him to Fairy Tera Dazzling Gleam there, but something's taking massive damage. Oh, well, you just lose the Volcarona, but I guess that's not too big of a deal. So it looks like it was a setup Volcarona though. Looks like that was Choice Specs. I don't have a Fairy Tera to switch into a Draco Meteor. He's Sash, Whimsicott. That means he's Endeavor. I'm gonna go on the Instant here and Sucker Punch 1. Whimsicott are all switching back to Focus Sash because nobody wants to fake it out and it be Covert Cloak. So best of 1, Focus Sash is like a really good item for Whimsicott. So unless you know it's Sash, like Sash Endeavor, it's strong. I wonder if Endeavor counts as a contact move. Or a move that Sucker Punch can hit. I never really Sucker Punch into an Endeavor. He went for Light Screen. Is it just Dazzle? That's a good play. Snarl, are you Assault Vest? If you have Snarl, that means your damage output is not the same. You should hard switch Miraidon. If you got a light screen, I don't think you're running Endeavor. I can Flare Blitz here and Blaze. And that covers for Cali Ice coming in. Because he may want to switch out because of the fake out threat. If he doesn't, props to him, but I think this is a good position to catch him. Oh, he didn't switch. Oh my god, it's Endeavor Whimsicott. Oh, this is bad. Oh, he missed. Oh, he missed Groudon. Oh, that's so good for us. We just got bailed out. He was Endeavor. And we double connect Blaze. That is crazy. Yeah, we should lose this game. Because he only has a 5% chance of missing Snarl, but he did miss it. He was Endeavor. I had to, so whenever I see Sash, I just need to expect Endeavor, right? Because Endeavor Light Screen and Tailwind, so he's not running Moonblast. I know you have Encore, right? Unless they drop Encore for the Endeavor. But it's very rare that I see like Light Screen plus Endeavor, right? But, I mean, that kind of just wins us the game, right? It's not over yet. All right, he should Lance, right? Knock out my Groudon. He should expect me to protect. I don't know how much power. I don't know how much heat crash. Calyrex is pretty heavy. So if he reads me protecting and trick rooms, then he'll be in a good position, right? Yeah, he read to protect. But this is bad for him because he didn't set up trick room, so. Yeah, and now he just can't win. Flare Blitz was probably more consistent there just to get the KO. But yeah, I'll take it either way. GG's. Yeah. I mean, Snarl hits there, Groudon doesn't get the double KO. Or, you know, bring Miraidon down to, you know, 10% for Sonor to pick it up. And then we bring in Miraidon, and then Miraidon just gets Endeavor too, right? So that was really fortunate for us. But hey, you play to your wins. I'll take it. Let's keep going. That was a crazy first game though for us to win. Yeah, but my props to my opponent. He played well. Endeavor Whimsicott, I should have accounted for it. The Ghost Tera is really good. I could have protected Groudon and then just knocked off that slot to be safe. I think that was the correct play. And then he brings in Calyrex, but then we're threatened by. He brings in Calyrex and we're threatened by Glacial Lance under Tailwind, right? So I still think it's not good. I think, yeah, literally, even if I make the call that he has Endeavor, I think it's really bad. He was in a good position. He just missed Snarl, right? But let's keep going. Alright, so we got a ranked 10 player here. And they have Groudon Ho. Oh, this is interesting. With Iron Crown, Scrafty, Gouging Fire, and Flutter. The only two common things on this team right now are Groudon and Flutter. And Groudon's even not that common. And he's ranked 10, so this is going to be a good team, right? I like Volcarona and Center War lead. I like Groudon plus Miraidon. My Groudon is really bad into his Ho-Oh though. So should I be bringing Chien-Pao? Yeah, Chien-Pao pressures everything with Icicle Crash. So I like Chien-Pao next to Folk. No, I like Groudon. I think Miraidon can pressure the Ho-Oh. We just need to get into an in-game. Yeah, in-game where Ho-Oh is forced to Tera, right? So I need to preserve my Miraidon. I like Chien-Pao, but I don't have a dark type move that's not Sucker Punch. Alright, so what is this? We get a value Intimidate immediately, right? Or any of these clear Amulet. He has a lot of physical attackers. So immediately, like, I wonder if he's Covert Cloak. All right. I'm gonna Tera Quiver Dance. It's probably Howl on Gouging Fire. I think he's Howl on Gouging Fire. This is a tough situation to be in. Facing down two physical attackers, I can't really deal with damage to both of them. Yeah, Ho-Oh Brave Birds are just very threatening right now. I'm just not threatening any damage, but I'm just gonna Fiery Dance here. I'll just Quiver Dance again and knock off Ho-Oh. Cause it's gonna be Howl. That should kill him. Yeah. Yeah, this is a tough. This is Volcarona was the wrong play here. I should have just left Volcarona and bought Chien-Pao. It's probably a Sacred Fire into that slot if I had to guess. Alright, so we're still in the game though, funny enough. Even though like I lost my Tera and Volcarona for nothing. I don't dislike my positioning because I think that these three can close out this game if I play it properly. I really just want to Volt Switch here. Because if he Terras the Ho-Oh, then we get back in. Because you should want to play around Covert Cloak, right? Just in case. So he Terras Ho-Oh, and then we can Heat Crash it. And we get Groudon back in. Alright, so he did risk the Covert Cloak here. Ooh. That was a crit, okay. Crit's unfortunate because we definitely need all our health here. Yeah, Protector's obvious, but I'd rather focus down the Scrafty. I think you should double my Incineroar this turn and stop my pivoting. Oh. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, this is where I need the Tera. If he missed Blaze, though, we'll be in a really good spot. Oh, that was a good switch. I could have punished this, man. Yeah, I was in a position to punish this right here. Yeah, if I just click Blaze, then he'd be in Draco immediate range. Alright. Yeah, this was the turn to punish my opponent. Yeah, I literally have to lock Draco now. Are you going for a Tera here? Cover for the Electro the Draco Meteor into that slot, but it's hard for evidence. We don't KO the Groudon, but he does miss. He hits my Groudon. I can't win because he's always threatening a KO into my Groudon. That sucks. I really need to get that KO. Yeah, this should be game though. Because for some reason his Gouging Fire is just slower than my Groudon. which it shouldn't be. All right, so our next match we got Miraidon Cali Shadow with Smurgle. What is this? This looks like the one team, but Miraidon over the team that won St. Jude's, right? But Miraidon over Tropico. So I would expect it to be the same, probably Choice Specs Miraidon. And theoretically, it can function the same. So this is hyper offense. So I think my Miraidon plus Fergraph is good here. If he leaves Cali Shadow, we can Snarl. I think I need my Incineroar so I can slow down the pace. And Chien-Pao. I don't want to boost up his Chi-Yu with the sun. Yeah, I think this is correct. You shouldn't want to set Tailwind out of fear of me going for Trick Room. Yeah, this is what I expected. So I can Snarl here, surprise my opponent. And he can't like fake tears here, right? It was the Smurgle Sash on these teams, right? So I can probably catch my opponent off guard with a Helping Hand Snarl. Do I need to Tera anything else? I need to preserve the health from Miraidon, right? So I'm gonna Tera Electric Snarl. This is just to get around a Moonblast from Whimsicott, right? It being at -1 is doing even less damage. And then next turn I can Trick Room switch into the Incineroar. We just need to manage the Iron Hands. Oh, that's such a good play. Okay. Props to my opponent for finding that. Alright, so now he's gonna Dark Terror. Yeah, he didn't want to get nuked by that Snarl, so props to him for finding that Protect. Is this Iron Hands? Oh, that's Miraidon. Okay. Ooh, if I had Groudon, this would be a perfect switch in. Yeah, Groudon over Chimpa would have been good here. I'm gonna Flare Blitz Whimsicott and reset Trick Room. Because that way my Miraidon is the fastest thing. And I think we benefit more for Chimpa. Yeah, so we get rid of the Tailwind threat. Next first. Woo! Alright, we are in range of this getting KO'd by Calyrex and getting a free +1. The Calyrex is not Sash, right? So Electric Tera, Electro Drift should just one-shot that. And he doesn't have Tailwind up anymore, so we're good. So Frigoraph has done his job. It stopped Tailwind from going up. And he's probably like, I'm playing this in a weird way, right? Because if I had Groudon right there, he would have just been in a super bad position. Unless he has Iron Hands, right? But if he doesn't have Iron Hands, Groudon would have immediately just won the game switching in there. And he had to, he's forced to switch out. Oh my God, he didn't bring Iron Hands. Alright, so you should bring out Miraidon and get a double KO here. Wow, if I had Groudon, you just win. Alright. Against, we get 2 free switch-ins. I want to knock off Chi-Yu here. And help me. We should lose both mines here. Yeah, that would have been insane if I had Groudon in the back. Because that was a perfect time to switch it in. This is cool. You take a little Rocky Helmet chip. I'll take it. Does my Miraidon outspeed Chi-Yu? Let me see if I put enough speed investment in it. Yeah, I do. Yes, I outspeed Choice Scarf Chi-Yu every time. Alright, so it's Electro Drift here. Knock out Chi-Yu. Icicle Crash this slot. Oh, he didn't even protect. I mean, your Tera. He's saving his Tera for Calyrex. I guess you got to at this point, right? Yeah, nice. And we do connect. That should be a double KO. Nice. And I think now we just Electro Drift plus Sucker Punch. You can Tera Dark, but we still have enough offense to knock out you with Choice Scarf, so we move first. And just for some weird reason, your Sash is not on your Smirgle. Sucker Punch is still fine here. Electro Drift. Sucker Punch just punishes anything he can go for. Yep. And he knows that with Scarf, because his Chi-Yu's probably Scarf, and we outsped it with our Miraidon, so he knows his game. Beautiful. I played Cold and Light a lot, too. That's a really good player. That was a beautiful game. Yeah, so if I had Groudon there, Groudon on the Trick Room just wins because he didn't bring hands. I guess he didn't expect for me to play towards Frigoraph. I could have switched out Frigoraph into Groudon, absorbed the Volt Switch, and then he stuck out with either he brings in Calyrex or Chi-Yu, and Groudon just pressures Blades and my Incineroar Pressure's knockoff right into whatever, and we're just in a really good spot. But he has the St. Jude's VGC tournament winning team, and he pretty much swapped out the Terapagos for the Miraidon, which is really cool. But let's keep going. I got another Smeargle team here with Kyogre and Kali Ice. So we know they want to position Kyogre and Urshifu in Tailwind or Trick Room to sweep, right? And he has the Lando to pressure Miraidon. So I know I want to bring a combination of these three. Groudon feels so bad, but so good if I get the sun up in the right position, right? But it's really bad if it's caught out. So I think I want Incineroar. I think I gotta bring Groudon. Because if I can win the Weather War, then we'll be in a good spot, right? I need to position myself in a way to get rid of 2 pieces so we can win the Weather War. See, this is not good. Like, Earth Power is just pressuring the Miraidon slot too much. I could double into the Smeargle. And eat the Earth Power on the Chien-Pao. Or, I mean, Groudon is literally here just to set up the sun, right? I think it's my least valuable piece, though. Oh, this is perfect. See, now I can get in Chien-Pao since my sash is not at risk of being broken. I wonder what he's going for if he's doing this. Is he clicking spores and like decorate into the Landorus? It is decorate. This is one mean Landorus, but it is pressure now with a one-hit KO, right? He can bring out Tailwind and attack the Frograph, and I can't set up Trick Room, right? He could Tera. Oh, he brought out Kali though. Just protect it, so he will have to switch into Kyogre there. Set up Trick Room. He has to Tera switch, right? Icicle Crash is never just safe into this slot. If he sets up Trick Room here, I think I'm gonna force a switch in Trick Room. I'm gonna force a Tera switch, yeah. I could have, cause if I wanted to Tera Sacred Sword, but I don't think. Oh my God, Sacred Sword would have got the KO if I would have went for it. I wanted to Tera Stellar Sacred Sword into this. Oh, it would have been a 2020 Pokevision. I do still have my Fire Tera though. Alright, so this is not crazy bad, but I literally had the right call. Stellar Tera, Sacred Sword in the Lando. I'm gonna Sucker Punch here, Tera, Blades. Yeah, I had to play in my head though. I had to play. We wanted to go for it, but I ain't had a curve. Because if he was Poison Tera or Water, I don't think we would have got the kill with Sacred Sword, right? It was actually the perfect Tera for us to make that 2020 Pokévision call. Oh, that was a crit. I was like, yo, that is so much damage. But now he's just in trouble, right? Come on, we just need to connect on the Cali. Nice. Alright. So I think your Kyogre may be locked. I don't know who's faster. In terms of Trick on my left. I want to see what he locks here. What if he's like Choice Scarf Kyogre? Oh, he's not Choice Scarf, so he's slow Kyogre. I wonder if he knows he underspeeds me. Oh, we do underspeed. Did we connect on Orlando? Yes, okay. Oh wow, we do underspeed. That's insane. Alright. He can miss Origin Post. Oh, he spouted. Oh, had I switched out Chimpao there into Miraidon, we would have been in a super good spot. Alright, so we just need to take a water type attack, like a water spout. He already Tera, so we can't water Tera water spout. And if he has Ice Beam, we should be able to take one Ice Beam. Because he's not Specs. Yep, it's all about do we survive an attack here. Oh, easily. And no freeze, GG's. Ah, this was a close game, man. Yeah, luckily our Groudon was slower than his Kyogre. That's we got blessed there. I would, if I had to guess, he's probably he could be AV and we just still KO. He could either be AV or Mystic Water or one of the water boosting moves. Could be leftovers, Calm Mind with Ultra Pulse and Ice Beam. It could be a plethora of sets, right? But we know for sure he wasn't Scarf or Specs Lock, right? So it's dicey. Groudon under speeding there was huge because he set up the Trick Room. We did get a crit on the Calyrex, but I still think Sucker Punch plus Blades gets the KO anyway. So I don't think it mattered. But the turn that he Tera Steel into Lando, and I went for Trick Room, I would have reversed his Trick Room and I would have one hit KO his Lando, and we would have just been in a good spot with Chien-Pao right in front of the Cali Ice, and him already losing the Weather War before Groudon touched the field, right? So I had to play in my head, but I didn't make it. But you know, on best of one ladder, sometimes you got to make those plays. But we still was able to get that win. Let's keep going. Alright, so we got Rillaboom, Chi-Yu, Screamtail, Groudon, Lunala, and Sableye. So it's probably Screams, Lunadon. I kind of like Chien-Pao Miraidon. This forces Terrace early. Fergaraf to get around the fake out pressure and stuff from Sableye. And I just think that Incineroar is just good here, right? Because my Groudon is pressured. It sets up the sun. It's pressured by Wide Guard, by his Lunala. It's pressured by Rillaboom. If I fire Tera, then I'm weak to his Groudon, right? And I think Instant is offering me some more value. It's good into all his main attacking mons. It's good into everything. And Fergaraf, the duo of Fergaraf and Incense is going to help me win this game. Yeah. So you see Chien-Pao immediately pressures this lead. Alright, so what I want to do is, he's probably going to fire Tera Groudon and fake out. I can switch into Fergaraf and Icicle Crash to Rillaboom. The only switch into that is Chi-Yu, right? Alternatively, I could Draco Icicle Crash into Groudon, reading the Rillaboom switch out. But I think he's incentivized to fake out here, so I kind of want to go into Fergaraf. This does not lose me the game. What's really bad if he doesn't Tera Groudon, he Tera's Rillaboom, and he U-turns plus Heat Crash into Chien-Pao. But I think he will have to find that play, right? And I think he may think fake out is safe here. Fire Tera fake out. Alright, so let's see. And if we get the Rillaboom here, then this is immediately good. Oh, he protects. Alright, we crash. It's not enough to KO. Who does he turn into? Oh, we get the flinch. That's beautiful. He doesn't really have a switch into Icicle Crash. So I want to foul play here, and he has two ghost types, so we don't want to Sacred Sword and just crash again. We got to risk the miss. All right, what's coming in here? Chi-Yu, okay. If it's Sash, then we break the Sash with foul play, which I'm fine with. Nice, and we get rid of Rillaboom. So this is huge already because now we have terrain control. That flinch was very fortunate because we didn't get the KO there, but I could have just Volt Switch plus crash into the Rillaboom. Alright, but this is still good, right? Screamtail. Screamtail is tricky. So I know I want to get in Incineroar here. protect. Then I can fake out Sacred Sword Chi Yu. The only play that doesn't cover for is if he Tera's Chi Yu. Alright, so my Miraidon outspeeds his Scream Tail. So that's good to know. Alright, so he does let me get off the Sacred Sword into Chi Yu. Alright. Chimpao survives. Oh, we get a freaking burn. No! Ah, that's so bad. That's really bad. I can't even lock Electro Drift. I don't know how we can win from this position. Alright, how do we still win? Just switch in for Rig, protect. It's so tough because I can't lock Draco because of the Scream Tail, and I can't lock an electric move. That burn is so bad, man. I guess we get punished for that first game where my opponent missed Snarl, so. Stellar Terror, Helping Hand, Sucker Punch. Does that KO Chi Yu? I doubt it. With us being burnt. I need to be able to preserve something. I think we Psychic Scream Tail, see if we can get a special defense drop. Switch in Miraidon. And that way I can switch out Miraidon. Oh, okay. This is even better. Because at this point we just need our pieces, right? So I can Helping Hand, Electric Terror, Draco, Groudon. And if he lets us get this off, then that should win us the game, right? Because then I can switch Miraidon back out and have Electro Drift pressure. I think Screamtail might want to protect here. He could double protect both. But we outspeed Screamtail, right? So I think it's chilling. Because we outspeed Choice Scarf Chi-Yu. And his Chi-Yu was moving before his Screamtail, so we know we're faster than Screamtail. Alright, so does he double protect to cover for this? Alright, there's a protect on screen. We knew that was coming. Is there a protect on Groud too? It is. Alright. You gotta be Fairy Tera on Groudon for this not to work. And if he's Fairy Tera, we just lose for it. That's fine. I'm still gonna go for it. And if he thinks he outspeeds us because he thinks we're not Scarf, and he tries to disable me before we move, then we just win the game, right? He may think he outspeeds me and try to disable me before I can move. But if he expects Scarf, then we'll see. Okay, he didn't switch. He didn't Tera. He thinks he's faster. Nice, let's go. Can we get the KO? Let's go! Let's go! And now we can just drift everything. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so I unfortunately had to sack something, right? I think Dazzling picks up my Incineroar, and that's guaranteed. But Heat Wave can miss if he locks Heat Wave, right? And if he doesn't lock a double targeting move, then we survive on one. I mean, we survive on Incineroar probably, right? I'm gonna fake out Screamtail here. And switch in a Chien-Pao so I can reset. This is still dicey now. We didn't found a way to kind of get ourselves back in the game from that Chien-Pao burn. Now, if he goes for a move, a single target move into the Chien-Pao slot, like he did go for Heat Wave. Respectable. All right, so Screamtail can potentially disable my Electro Drift. And Heat Wave single targeting the Sun is probably gonna kill him right now. I think we play towards he doesn't click disable here. Oh my god, he just lost the game by protecting. What? No way he just did that. Oh man, 2020 Pokevision, man. Wow. We need to get some likes and some subs in the comment for this game right here, because this almost felt impossible. Oh, it's still not over yet, because he could survive and disable me. Ah, are you ground Tera? Oh my god, he's grass. Oh, well, this game is not over yet. And we lost the terrain, so... Yeah, I think Screamtail could pull this out. Oh, he's not disabling, though. Is he not running disable? I mean, he's giving me opportunity to crit. Maybe he only has Encore. Oh, he could have... He probably dropped disable for Dazzling Gleam, right? I mean, usually you can run Dazzling Gleam, disable Encore, and protect. I don't know why he's not disabling me, but yeah, this game is coming down to the wire. If he had any other Tera that wasn't defensive, then it's gonna take 2 more drifts, right? Oh, he's not disabling me though. I still have 4 drifts left, so he has 1 protect. I drift again, right? Then we're 2 left. 1 protect, I drift again. We should have enough. Oh, this game is coming down to the wire, man. This is a really good game. All right, 1 more. Did he click Gleam or did he disable? He clicked Gleam. We win. He has to get a double protect, but even then, I think Struggle still KOs. All right, can we pull this game out? He went for the double. He doesn't get it. Let's go. We get the win. Oh man, this was one of the craziest games I played with this team, and I'll take it. But this is one of the perfect games to send it off on. Yeah, this was beautiful, man. Wow. This was a really, really fun game. But, I literally was supposed to lose this game after Chimpao got burnt, and with him having a ground plus fairy, and like you potentially not having switch-ins, that just makes the game harder for Miraidon to lock into a move, right? Because either way you lock into one of the moves, you won't be able to hit the other, the Mon, right? So us, you know, the Scarf really saved us, because I do think that he thought he outsped us, and he thought it was safe to leave the Groudon there, right? And that's where it kind of cost him. But we would still be able to pull out that win. I guess he just didn't have Disable. If you're the person I played that last match and you're watching this game, let me know what your Scream Tail set was. What did you drop for Disable? Because I felt like Disable Electro Drift there was like forcing me to struggle, and I would have been taking more damage. It's kind of like, you know, you're out for that specific situation. But that was a really fun game. We was able to get the win, and let's get into a final review. All right, so that's a wrap with this Miraidon and Groudon team, and I had a lot of fun. Groudon really feels like it's very, very good in this format. It gives you comfort into Miraidon teams, and it just allows them. They're forced to like go for a Draco Meteor, right? And we didn't showcase the Volcarona a lot in this episode. We didn't really get an opportunity to bring it out. But in practice with this team, I was able to shut down a lot of teams with the Volcarona, and just be able to struggle bug down, you know, their setup like Terapagos and stuff like that. But we didn't really run into any in this episode, right? So we had to play, you know, a different, you know, type of game. And the one game we did bring Volcarona to, it was just removed immediately, right? So this team is really fun. It does have a lot of cool synergies, and I really like the way Miraidon and Groudon feel. If I had to make this team a little better, I'll probably go another route other than a Volcarona. Like I said, I didn't get to showcase it in this video, but I always practice with my teams before I actually bring them to record on the ladder. And I had a lot of success with the Volcarona. It was really strong with next to the Snarl into special attacking teams, but we rarely ran into any of those. And the one that we did run into, we didn't really need it because it was a little bit too hyper offense. But it's better into those teams like Calm Mind Lunala or Calm Mind Terapagos, Calm Mind Kyogre, those teams that want to set up in front of you. And you're able to just keep struggle bugging them down, and they don't get to set up. So we didn't get to showcase it, but like I said, it is a good tech. And if you're using this team and you play with it a lot, you'll see in a lot of different cases where Volcarona is able to come out. But I had fun with this team. The last game was absolutely crazy. We found a way to win the game, even though it didn't seem like we had an opportunity to, and we whittled our way out of it, even with the burn on the Chimpao. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a blast. It has definitely been a ride. And there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know in the comment what you guys think about this team, if you're going to give it a try. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. More new videos soon. Deuces.